My company is Crystal Wage Technology Screens. I got to get pictures of this screen for the website. We're going to be switching out pretty soon the 38 to the new 39 acoustic screens. These are the pre-coated screens, and this right here we call our advanced ambient light projection acoustic absolute black. I told you I needed a screen like this for my dedicated theater room setup. I'm missing a few things, so I should be back. Oh, they're right here. All right, cool. Yeah, I look forward to this. Now, we've had some people contacting us about having issues with gray screens. And as I said before, that gray screens don't work well. I don't care what shade they are, they don't work well. These are screens that will have an extremely difficult time being able to pull up contrast, color, and pick up some good white levels, but they just can't seem to pick up that contrast and color that is needed, especially in our dedicated theater room setup in here. So screen's about finished. So my curtains over there. Oh, okay. Screen's about finished. We got it all done. And over here, we're going to be using the big boy projector, of course. The Crispy 505 LWU projector's 5,000 lumens, 1920 by 1200 is actually one of my most favorite venue projectors that I have in my collection of projectors. All right, so let's fire her up. And all remote controls. Let me see. We did carry yesterday, so I know we did carry some stuff away. We got the remote control for that one downstairs, which should be upstairs. And the remote control for the Chrissy, which we have two of these in here. We go up there, there's the other one right there. I'll put that on here. And I'll go grab my other remote control downstairs. It should be up here, but it's downstairs. Oh, I love this screen so much. So this right here is called the Absolute Black. It is using a very dark, visible coating, so I can get much higher contrast levels when I'm watching my movies in my dedicated theater room setup. We have another version of this, which we call the Black Silver, and the Black Silver produces higher white levels. Let's see. Let's see if we got anything going on here in the home. Oh, okay. Let's check this out.
Now that you can get anything on Uber Eats, you're probably wondering, can I eat anything I get delivered? Well, here's how to know. Look at it.
Showing off dark screens. I like to show up the screen's ability to be able to pull white light. I'm glad we got got the window covered over there. Because, man, having the light push through, that pesky, it's driving me crazy. I'm glad I got that taken care of. Skyworth through demonstration.
Getting that for YouTube.
And when I do my demonstrations, I like to sit back. I do not like to be on top of the screen because this is where I'm going to be sitting at when I get ready to set everything up. And I have to be to see that screen perfectly. Now, as you can see with the material that we're using for our coating, no wrinkles, no creases, nothing. Stretches out nice and perfect. And this is stapled down. The other one we had it downstairs, we just basically had it hanging off the back of the rack, and that was basically about it. So very easy to set up, not a lot of pulling involved to get the screen nice and tight. All sound, my sound bar is directly behind the back of the screen, so the sound you're hearing is coming right through the screen. Philips 4K demonstration.
Getting that for YouTube.
Let's get some beautiful colors in there. It's one of the things I love about black technology. Pulls out really, really vivid, bright colors. And again, no calibrating involved. We don't calibrate projectors over here. And we don't have to be stuck in the dark if we don't want to. We're not going to lose any color, no quality at all, due to the fact that our lights are on. Where if I stuck a gray screen in the center of that, it would wash out at 5,000 lumens. Now, my personal favorite video when showing off gray screens is the LG Jazz demonstration, because in that demonstration you get a chance to see the screen fluctuate and not have the ability to be able to pick up color or contrast. Wait to invite my friends over to watch these. OG Jazz demonstration.
Getting that for YouTube.
Turns gray on color contrast, that means the screen is having a very difficult time accepting and reading these colors. So what gray screens go through. This is why when we give people the opportunity to be able to back products up, they can't. We go through the same thing with certifies. Certifies usually ignore us. They don't reply back to us. There's not one individual. We've had a few people either ignore us or basically send us the wrong stuff. We got one person sends us the wrong stuff. The rest of them don't want to acknowledge us. love the acoustic screens. I do. I don't want any speakers when I set this up. I don't want to see anything. I want to hear sound. LG Beta Fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
At Petco, you can enjoy the convenience of picking up
Now, the reason why the gray screen is having a very difficult time picking up in the dark because it's being hit with 5,000 lumens. That's why I said that venue projectors don't work on gray screens. We're in the dark. This environment is designed to be dark. But 5,000 lumens making contact with that screen washes it out. Can't see contrast. That's why I explained that black screens are the best screens for dedicated theater rooms. If you notice, we have no light reflecting off the ceiling, nothing reflecting off the floor. It's like looking at a black hole with a picture in the middle of it. The screen is producing a 100% contrast level. That's why it looks so dark over there. And yet, it's producing a bright enough image so you can see the goldfish and the beautiful image is coming back at you. Keep in mind, if it's having that much of a difficult time maintaining with the lights off, lights on, even worse. That's why our absolute black technology is far more advanced than the gray screen paint product. Big mistake if you put that in your dedicated theater room. If you put it anywhere, it's a big mistake. Contrast demonstration test.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right, let's go pick up strictly contrast levels only. Now when we do these tests, like I said, They're supposed to be done mainly with the lights on. Because we have a max out zone downstairs, this is where the screen was tested at. So we turn the lights on, this screen's going to be to maintain and keep its contrast with the lights on. The gray screen, on the other hand, not going to be able to do it because this technology was tested and developed in a max out zone downstairs, introduced with tons of ambient light. So in here, this is a cakewalk for it. This is why I always advise anytime you're testing anything with contrast levels to do them in a fully lit environment. Because you never know how the atmosphere is going to change, especially if it's a product, if you're advertising to be used for companies. Companies are not going to be stuck in dark environments. They're going to be in well-lit environments. Plenty of traffic, plenty of light. Let's see what they got on here. Every time I request this, I'm always curious what they have. Well, they got the LG. We've done that one already, so that's done. Oh, let's do this one right here. We can do the Sony too, because the Sony's pretty dark too. Oh, we definitely got to do the Sony. So you can see the lights on, doesn't work. Lights off, doesn't work. Now, keep in mind, when I get people who say, well, you know, I've seen the demonstrations, the contrast level looks really, really dark. Yeah, it's pulling shades of gray. This is pulling a 100% black level, not gray. This is a black screen, not gray. So when you have a screen that's gray and it's pulling a dark shade of gray, it doesn't help that it has a 2,000,000 to 1 contrast ratio projector sitting in front of it. Yeah, there you go. Guess what my contrast is on my projector? 2,000 to 1. That's it. So if my customer wants to get the same image here, guess how much the projector is going to cost him over there? $500. If he wants to get the same image from other people, guess how much the projector is going to cost him? $3,300. And he's going to have to calibrate to it that. And he still can't use it in a fully lit environment because the screen will wash out. I'm definitely not going outside with it. Yeah. Limitations. Now, if you're saying, well, I want an ultra short throw, but I want a bigger screen. Well, next room over, we got a projector we paid $130 for, and our screen is 148 inches. And that room is well lit than this one. All right, let's go over to, let's check this one out right here.
Finding the perfect designer isn't easy. But at Upwork, we found her. She's in Austin.
I gotta run my game system through this. I gotta see my game system look on this.
And you can find her and millions of other talented pros right now on Upwork.com.
pull the basic. Blue, green, red, and yellow. Yellow screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Before we do that, let's pull the white one first. That's more of an impact. So we'll pull the white one first. I love doing this one in form sites. This is so much fun. So usually when we pull white screen and the screen that pulls the highest white level, people for some reason think that that screen is the one that's going to pull the most beautiful colors because it's brighter, right? No, it's the one that's going to wash out the fastest. Now, just to prove my point here, so we're not using all this up there, let's show you with some gunmetal. We'll take the darkest gunmetal we have here. There we go. We can prove a point even. There we go. We're going to use our screen right here, Elite Dark Star 9. If you want to look at the color, this is gunmetal right there. You see how dark that is? I told you, good gunmetal, the darker the screen is, the closer it looks like to being black, the better the gunmetal. What we had here was not gunmetal in any way whatsoever. It was gray paint. That's what it was. This is what real gunmetal looks like. You see how dark that looks? It looks like a black screen, doesn't it? But that's actually gunmetal. That's a good gunmetal. We're already here. Cancel. Okay, we're already here. Let's pull up yellow. Now, when we do this demonstration, when people see the white level come up higher on the certify or high on the gray screen, they think that it's going to produce the highest and brightest color. No, it reacts like a white screen. The color actually is going to drop. Contrast is extremely important because it's needed to get those rich colors to pop. There you go. You know, all that time people were telling you that, the higher the white level, that your screen was going to be able to pull that high. No. White screens do that all day long. You're just washing out your color. That's all you're doing. The problem with the gunmetal screen is the gunmetal screens have a reflective surface that allows the screen to produce a higher gain, but also to a higher white level. If you make a screen that dark, something's going to go. That means your white levels are going to start dropping. But sometimes the reflective surface can be a bad idea. It also too triggers off in some screens the narrow viewing comb effect, which means if you move from side to side, the screen gets dark around the edges. Let's see what we have in here in our colors here. Let's go pop over to, we got a nice purple over here. Let's hit that right there. So this means at the end of the day, you have to calibrate. You have no choice. And most people will probably go out and spend a lot more money for a projector thinking this is going to fix the problem, but it's not going to fix the problem. The problem isn't your projector. The problem is your screen. That's the issue. We have a 2012 model over here, and it's an old projector, and it's having no problem. Now, let's try this with the lights up. See what we get. Because we already know we're not going to work the lights out. So, lights on. Let's try it in a darker environment, which means the screen should have a bit of an advantage point because now they're in the dark and they have less ambient light to deal with. So, let's go back up to that nice bright yellow. Where's that nice bright yellow at? Let's see, somewhere. We got a little orange there. We can hit orange while we're here. Nope, not working. Let's go up to, let me see, that purple here. Nope, not working. So this is why I explained to you when we're doing these demonstrations that the advancement of the gunmetal. Now, say if we take a background, we take it all white. So we take our screen out of the equation, because our screen is the reason why these screens aren't doing too well. We take our screen out of the equation, we just have a white screen in the background. The gunmetal screen will actually overpower the gray screen. But because of our technology and anything lays against it, being 39, it makes everything look washed out. Let's see if we got blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, the reason why we show you the colors first, we do it in every demonstration, so you can get an idea. Instead of having all these pretty colors flash across the screen, we just do a solid, straight blue. How does your projector or your screen see blue? How does it see red? How does it see yellow? All these different colors you're watching pop up on the screen, so when you actually watch a movie, your screen doesn't look exactly the way it's supposed to, because your colors are washed off and they're off. And the first thing they're going to tell you to do is calibrate an ambient light controlled environment. That's a joke. We don't do that over here. So if I turn my lights on, that screen should still be blue, and these should change along with it. As you can see, our screen remains blue. They still wash out. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
These are the easy tests. I can actually call up an all black screensaver. That will show whether or not your screen can pull black. We do that against screens we bring in here that claim to be darker screens. We'll pull up an all black screensaver and see which ones can blend in. They don't do well. Starfield screensaver. We have a $3,000 projection screen, and we have the house paint. Now, does the Elite screen do its job? Oh, heck yeah, it does. Yeah. If we take our screen out of the equation, we get rid of this whole screen, get it out of here, we bring in an all-white screen, because this is what they test their products against, a white screen. At first, I couldn't understand why, because a white screen is easy to beat. But when you consider the fact that most of the screens you're going to be bumping into at the end of the day, and they're going to be doing sales with, will be white screens. So I can understand that. That technology right there on a white screen, if you take ours out, it's more superior. It'll be able to beat the gray screen paint with no problem whatsoever, and a white screen with no problem whatsoever. But the problem is, it's not sitting behind a white screen, it's sitting behind a screen that can generate 100% black level. That's why it's having the issue. Let's take the lights out. And this is why we can honestly say at the end of the day that people who try to deal with our technology, and like I said, we got the proof to back it up. I know some people get upset about that, but it is what it is. Are so terrified of our technology that they will fake demonstrations. They will fake orders. They will do whatever they can to make sure that their product doesn't come down here against this technology. Which shows you how powerful and how threatening it is. And as for your certified companies out there, well, like I said, the only way we can obtain certain sample sheets is either we have to go to an official website, we can buy from there. Usually if we're dealing with somebody like a sales clerk, there's a chance we're not going to get the product. They're going to research us. They're going to find out who we are. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to mention any names, but one particular company knew who we were the minute we walked in and started making some conversations about getting a certain item from them. I'm going to leave it at that. But they knew who we were. And they were very polite and very nice to the whole entire conversation. But with a lot of little beating around the bush, we automatically knew that we were going to get what we wanted. So, might as well just leave. And as we left, I just wished them good day and left. but they know who we are. Diamond even knows who we are. Again, like I said, they contacted us. We didn't contact them. All right, let's go over real quick because I don't want to go over time here. We're already wasting enough time on that other stuff. Let's see. Oh, the Matrix. I haven't seen this one yet. I'm always looking for new stuff to put up. Usually I like the Matrix 3D because it gives a better effect for the floor. Okay, well, let's take this off and let's enjoy our technology. This is done. Oh, great. Something I just realized when I'm looking at the screen, the acoustic screen, really didn't, because usually when I do acoustic screens and we put speakers behind the back of them, you want to make sure your speakers are not sticking too far out because then you get this bump in the screen. There's no bump in the screen, which I didn't really think about that when I was installing them. We put the frame in, but then again, the frame is actually 4 inches wide, so we shouldn't have that issue if it's basically right against the wall. All right, let's get something cool in here to watch. Oh, let's get some nice white levels on here. Yep, it's insane, ain't it? The absolute blacks to white levels are crazy. Heighten the daylights out of it. That heightener technology, yeah, brighten it really nice and bright. Now the reason why this screen was made for me. That's what its design was made for me, strictly for me. I'm not going to do it strictly for me. We're basically going to have it available on the website. It's a free color coding. So this is a pre-coded screen. There's no paint involved. We code it for you, put it in the box, ship it to you wherever you want in the world for free. But this was developed for me, and I'll tell you why. Because at first, we were going to actually build the frame, which means I would have to plastic wrap my entire floor because it's black. Don't want to mess it up. I'll have to build the frame, take the material, staple it to the frame, and then after that, put that first coating of network grade 773 to get the screen to absorb. Second one, and then a couple more coats to stiffen the surface. And then paint it with our technology and tuck it into the frame, because this has a frame within a frame, which would have been too much work. I didn't want to do it. So as I'm sitting here thinking, the Lord blessed me with this idea for the absolute black, which is a super jet black coating to get that really heavy contrast level, super white levels, and have the color pop. So now, when I installed the screen, all I had to do was just staple it to the pre-existing frame. Finished and done. That's it. And you saw me paint the screen out back, which took no time at all. There you go. Saved me a whole lot of time. Now, some of y'all, I know what you're thinking before you think it. You're thinking, well, how come you don't put the gray screen against that? Oh yeah, sure I will. No problem. We do these all the time. There you go. We don't hide anything at all, period. So if you notice, you can't see the detail in the box, can you? You ever heard of the term being snow blind? You know, you walk out your door, there's so much snow, you can't see, you can't make anything, you gotta squint your eyes. How do you fix that problem? You put a pair of dark sunshades on, preferably black, right? Now you can see everything crystal clear, right? Yeah. Again, a gray screen, silver screen, or white screens do not work on venue projectors. You have a screen that's already having an issue projecting in a fully lit environment, and then you introduce it with an additional 5,000, 4,000, 3,000 lumens, you'll wash out the screen. Let's go back. You see the black on the dog's nose? You can't see it when it goes past the screen. This is a problem that white screens have. White screens generate way too much white light. Perfect example, I'll show you one. Skyworth food demonstration. I like this demonstration because you got those bright white levels, but you got a lot of color in there too. So you'll see where our screen will be to produce the white levels and maintain color at the same time with contrast. Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
You have to have a balance. So as you can see, you can't pick up the intro screen because it's black. See where it does the colors and pick up on the cups? From people who basically call themselves professionals at the end of the day, which we know they're not, have stated that black technology comes up so dark you can't see the screen. But it's interesting, as we sit here in this live demonstration in a dedicated theater room at 5,000 lumens, you will notice that the tomato is coming up nice and red on our screen, where on the other screen, gray screen paint is completely washed out. Let's go pop over here. Last demonstration. Let's do a little contrast in there. Oh, we got the food demonstration over there too. There's so much to watch. tip there about how I do things. We're going to do this one, just a little bit of it, some of it, because I got to go. But we're going to do this with the lights out. Because I know some of you are probably thinking, well, you did it with the lights on. That's not fair because, again, if you made that statement, then that means you will be in the dark with your screen because we don't have that issue with the lights on. When I was in the forums, I had somebody saying, oh, it's not fair. You got the lights on. You should be in the what? In the dark? Are you kidding me? Yeah, we don't have to go through that. We can have our lights on and watch this if we want. I can watch Batman in here with the lights on. What we do with the lights out? And as I said before, still can't see the contrast. Do you know that our white levels increase in the dark? It can maintain with the lights on with no problem, but in the dark, our screens get actually more advanced. So, what does this mean for our customers? Well, our customers don't have to spend a ton of money for $3,000, $5,000 certified projection screen. They don't have to calibrate, don't have to be stuck in the dark, they don't have to make difference if the screen is ultra short throw or long throw. It really doesn't make a difference. They're not going to spend a lot of money. If I didn't say it already, for projector, 720p's look absolutely incredible on these things. And again, like I said, you can have the lights on or off. That screen is going to be to maintain with no problem whatsoever. This is why I tell you that these gray screen paint products that claim to be ambient light or they don't, they can't be. It's not that they can't be ambient light, period. All right, well, with that being said, I got to get pictures of this, get this ready because we need to have this launched by, let's see, I need to have it done by Monday. We need this done by Monday. It's just on the website on Monday. And as of today, I'm removing all 38s off the site of the blackout cloth because honestly, to tell you the truth, yeah, I would wait and get the advance. The more advanced version, we have the absolute black. Now, for those who know, the absolute black, when you get this, when the screen is posted, it's going to have two color option. One is going to be the black silver, which produces a higher white level. This one over here produces a heavier contrast level, but I can see the white levels are absolutely amazing. But it's a free color option. You pick which one you want. We coat the surface. You see me coat the screens before, no time at all. Blast your screen, get it done, put it in a box, ship it out to you, and you're done. It doesn't make a difference where you live at. You can be in Hong Kong, France, Italy, whatever. We ship it to you for free, no surcharges. All right, with that being said, and of course, we give thanks to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for always blessing us with amazing technology. Have to go, be safe, and God bless.